A very warm welcome to all the dignitaries and guests with us today for the launch event of Atal Tinkering Labs and Krishi Vigyan Kendras and Agricultural Technology Management Agencies with the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare and Niti Aayog. We have with us today Dr. Chintan Vaishnav, Mission Director, Atal Innovation Mission Niti Aayog, Shri Manoj Ahuja, Secretary, DAFW, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. On behalf of Dr. Himanshu Pathak, Secretary DARE and DG ICAR, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, we have Dr. US Gautam, DDG Extension, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, ICAR. We are launching a new collaboration between Atal Tinkering Labs and the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Krishi Vigyan Kendras and ATMAs. The collaboration proposes to mentor the students and increase the focus on innovation among school students, especially in the agricultural sector. With this collaboration, 11 Ataris, which are under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, under each Atari, one KVK and ATMA has been identified as a pilot for this implementation to be mapped to 3 to 5 Atal Tinkering Labs to start with. Eventually, the objective of this is to include all KVKs and all Atal Tinkering Labs as well as ATMAs as part of this collaboration. With that, let me hand it over to Shri Samuel Praveen Kumar, JS Extension, DAFW, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, for his opening remarks.
Thank you, Deepali. Respected Dr. Chintan Vaishnav, the Mission Director for Atal Innovation Mission. Respected Sri Manoj Ahuja, Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. My colleague Joint Secretaries, DDG Extension, Gautam, and also officials from the Extension Division, as well as officials from Atal Innovation Mission. A warm welcome to all of you, and it gives me immense pleasure to actually address this authors gathering today. It's a momentous occasion for all of us because we are seeing a collaboration between Atal Tinkering Labs and Krishi Vigyan Kendras. We all know that Krishi Vigyan Kendras are playing a very vital and crucial role in disseminating knowledge and information related to modern agricultural practices amongst farmers and other stakeholders. Primary focus of KVKs is to provide location-specific and need-based technologies which are demonstrated on the farmers' fields through the lab-to-land approach. Now, the KVKs have been instrumental in increasing the productivity and also helping the farmers in enhancing their incomes by introducing them to the new and improved technologies, crop varieties, livestock breeds. So, KVKs have been promoting sustainable agriculture. Now, we have also seen that the innovation, new innovation and technology, in the field of agriculture can also make remarkable transformation in enhancing the farm income levels and also addressing the various challenges that agriculture sector faces. So, innovative solutions, which are being solutions to the problems being faced by farmers, can be actually developed through this collaboration between KVKs and Atal Tinkering Labs. And yesterday we had an opportunity to see one of the schools in Saket, the Atal Tinkering Labs. The kind of work that they are doing is really impressive and admirable. To cite a few examples, there was one AI-based plant diagnosis app called Plant Coverage, which has been developed. It was really good to see young minds working on such innovations. Somebody has developed a biopot, biodegradable pot, which is so eco-friendly. Then a solution for the carbon cure they have come up with. And several other innovations. Apart from agriculture, they had innovations in the space here, in the F1 formula car designing and all those kind of things. So I firmly believe that promoting innovation in agriculture sector can also pave way for developments in the days to come. And this collaboration will be a crucial step towards the growth and development of not only the agriculture sector and benefiting the farmers, but it will benefit the nation on the whole. So with those words, I once again welcome all of you to this historic moment, historic day of collaboration between Atal Tinkering Labs and Krishi Vigyan Kendras. Thank you.
I I now request Dr. U.S. Gautam, DDG Agriculture Extension, ICAR, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, to share his remarks.
Thank you, Deepali. Good morning to all. Our today, Dr. Chintan Vaishmi, Mission Director, and Sri Ahuja ji, Secretary, DAFW, Dr. Shamul Kumar Praveen, Joint Secretary, and other Joint Secretary, and Commissioner Agriculture, and other colleagues, dear teachers and dear students. This is a very good occasion for launching events of ATL and Krishi Vigyan Kendra and ATMA collaboration functions today, and we are participating in this occasion. Before this meeting, we have several talks with our Joint Secretary and the ATL team, and really the objective framed by ATL Tinkering Lab to make a kind of young mind can learn innovation, skill, ideas. These are the things how we can use with the collaboration of the KVK and ATMA. So just their laboratory utilized by Krishi Vigyan Kendra for betterment. Just I'm narrating about KVK. See, we have 126 agroclimatic zone in the country, and we have 731 Krishi Vigyan Kendra, monitoring by 11 Ataris. Ataris means Agriculture Application Technology Research Issue, that is called Atari. So 731 Krishi Vigyan Kendra, and our main focus to the location specific technology, because this KVK working the district level. In district level, there are several micro farming situations. Somewhere upland, lowland, some waterlogged area, some big farmers, small farmers, these kind of environment in the location specific in the districts. And KVK just to make a survey, then collect the problems, then prioritize the problems, then select the interventions, and then assess the technology, and that technology provide to the farmers for improving their livelihood and income. After that, that technology go to the stream through agriculture department or through agriculture university. So basic KVK role is to assess the technology in the district level, and second to demonstrate the technology, because we believe learning by doing, seeing by believing. After seeing the technology in the farmer's field, farmer easily adopt. So we go for the demonstration, and third, HRD is very important, human resource development. So we are training for the farmers, training for the farm women, training for the rural youth. Our ICR started one program, ARYA, training and retaining youth in agriculture. So how they can start their entrepreneurship, so we can develop a kind of capacity building of the rural youth. And second, last importantly, school dropout student, especially for high school inter dropout student, we can that is scheme provided by our Department of Agriculture, Skill India, in the mission of Skill India. And sir, we have organized 28-day skill training program, especially for the beekeeping, gardening, then mushroom productions. Or right now, 20,000 skill-oriented internship are established by our youth school drop student, and they have developed a kind of more than 30,000 employment, because one have 3-4 labor from skill person. So these kind of things provided by the Krishi Vigyan Kendra. Third is ICT tools. We are using, sir, ICT tools. Right now, 5 crores farmers are receiving the twice a week message. Every Friday and Tuesday they are receiving the message what we are going to do, how we can do the betterment, and what is the weather, and like this. So and recently our Department of Agriculture started drone. That is also very important for the, especially for the survey and then monitoring, and then we can use for the spray in a long way, because in agriculture time is very important. So within the minimum time, how can we can use the maximum? So these kind of things we are starting through Krishi Vigyan Kendra, and I hope this is a very good platform where our children, our school dropout student, then our farmers and farmers completely come into a platform. Then definitely our Honorable Prime Minister told about doubling the farmers' income. So I think this is a good platform And I wish this collaboration will come out with a good impact so that we can, sir, I am sure about our Krishi Vigyan Kendra. Krishi Vigyan Kendra provide each and every support to this Atal laboratory, tinkering laboratory in any kinds of for training. Even we have some small, say for example, mushroom, sir. We can provide mushroom packet to the all student and they can put their home and a kind of things after 10 to 15 days they got mushroom. So that is a kind of awareness about malnutrition also and about the income also. So these kind of things we support, sir. So I thank you, sir, for inviting me here for the launching of this program. Thank you very much, sir.
Now request Dr. Chintan Vaishnav, Mission Director, Atal Innovation Mission, to address everyone.
Thank you, Dipali, and a very warm welcome to all of you to Niti Aayog and Atal Innovation Mission. Special thanks to Secretary Ahuja and colleagues from the agricultural, the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare for their really progressive and warm approach to this collaboration. I have to say that this idea, the credit for this idea of linking KVKs to Atal Tinkering Labs, the credit for that truly goes to the Honorable Prime Minister. This idea came about last year when I was presenting Atal Innovation's work to him, and after the presentation he asked, क्या आप KVK's कृषि विज्ञान केंद्र को अटल टिंकरिंग लैब से कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं? Now, this may seem like a small step, but it really is a giant leap in my mind because of two reasons. First, what this idea aspires to do or demonstrates is that there are existing institutional networks in our nation that we can connect towards a purpose. In this case, KVK is an existing network with its own purpose. Atal Tinkering Labs is an existing network of 10,000 schools with its own purpose. But bringing them together actually links the creativity of young students to a purpose of solving or taking on challenges of agriculture, or at least beginning to understand them. The other thing is that we all know that if you look across our population, children are the change makers. There's no debate about it because they are most unconstrained, willing to take on new challenges. Today, I must say that another even more special welcome to the young innovators who are in the room today, who will talk later. But these are the change makers. Connecting these change makers to the most important sector of our nation. I mean, if you talk about India, there's no conversation about India that does not include agriculture, right? So I think this is a giant leap in some sense. Now, we are also very well positioned to make this work because 40% of Atal Tinkering Labs are in the rural areas where children are obviously, many of them are sons and daughters of farmers, so they actually understand how agriculture works. Second, as you all know, what 600 million Indians are below 25, it is 620 million Indians who are below 25 years of age. As one of the statistics, you know that for this entire century, by the time we get to year 2100, there will be more Indians of working age than those of retired age, right? throughout this period. Who are these people? These are these children, obviously. So I think, again, from that perspective, linking them to the challenges of their surroundings and our nations is a significant step. I want to end by saying that this is if you have spent any time in agriculture, I've been very fortunate to live and work with farmers for several years. You know that this is a colossal sector, you know. There is no wonder that if you look at the top 10 computer pioneers of this world, 7 of them were sons of and daughters of farmers. Because it's really on the agriculture field that all of the science can come to you. I mean, it's so this is a colossal sector. There's a lot more that we can do, and so let's get going. So thank you very much.
I now request Shri Manoj Ahuja, Secretary DAFW, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, to address everyone.
Thank you so much. And at the outset, I'd like to thank Dr. Chintan Vaishnav, Mission Director, Atal Innovation Mission, for hosting this event. And as he rightly pointed out, it was Neil Armstrong, I think, when he set foot on the moon, and it's everybody's heard it. One small step for man, and a giant step for mankind, or something like that, right? Which meant, and I think that's very rightly what he has put it. When he mentioned the fact that two big institutional structures are coming together, and there is going to be an exponential benefit for both these set of institutions. KVKs, as you would be aware, I mean, all the young students who've joined us, their teachers and all others, as you would, when we had a time when we had food scarcity in the country. And it was this green revolution which brought about food sufficiency, and a lot of the credit for getting the technology to the farmer at that time, which was generated in our institutions, was through the KVKs. So these are very historic institutions which I think you would be interacting with. And innovation at school levels, again, I forget who had said that, but somebody said that I can think innovatively because I wasn't conditioned by my education. The fact is that real education would come, I mean, books teach us a lot, but the real education does come from experiential learning, applying it to real life situations. And I think it's a classic example of what we are looking at is looking at problems of a country, third world problems or problems in your neighborhood, and looking at first world solutions. Which I think you as students and others could go to the field, understand, and then apply your knowledge. And like Samuel was pointing out, he went to 2 or 3 schools, and what wonderful work is being done. And one actually we are also working on. He mentioned about that pest recognition kind of a software. So we are trying to build up a national pest surveillance system which will exactly work on that kind of a technology. Something like a Google Lens where you can identify a pest and things like that. So I think it's a great occasion. A very good foundation has been done, and I would like to thank the Atal Innovation Mission team, my Joint Secretary Samuel and his team, Mr. Gautam and his team from ICR for getting it set up in such a short time. And I had 2 or 3 further ideas. We have covered about 55 Atal Innovation Tinkering Labs along with KVKs here, and we have many more. So 2-3 more ideas which I had just discussed and I think would help. For example, for farmers across the country, we do this soil testing. It's very important for him to know, if he's growing a crop, what does it lack, mineral, or what should he put in. And we would, like with Atal Tinkering Labs, to set up those small units through our schemes. So that it's such an interesting thing. You can go to a village, take a soil this thing, and when you do the sampling, you will know about NPK, 5 other minerals, then about what organic carbon is, then about the pH value of the soil, and you can just relate it to anything. How does the plant grow? Where does it come from? Where does nitrogen come from? You can link it to your Haber-Bosch process or something. Organic carbon, you can link up to sustainable agriculture, what's happening. Then you can relate it to what are the natural elements in earth itself which actually do all these things. What fixes nitrogen? How does the food for the plant come? So, I mean, it'll just open up an avenue for integrated learning, which then you don't have to put it to, you study things now subject wise. This is chemistry, this is biology, this is this, but an integrated knowledge, and where you'll feel so happy, connecting it to what you're learning in school. Otherwise, it doesn't become very exciting what you're learning if it just remains in the books. And that can come only with seeing the situation. And when you go there, pick up the soil sample. I would encourage you should interact with farmers, understand what their problems are, and then you have the bandwidth and the labs, and look at those solutions and all, and that also we'll be willing to support. The one is, I think, what just identification of problems when you go to the villages. If we can do it systematically, we can work together on that. And third is the good ideas which they have. We can open all our labs, the ICR labs, the KVK labs, and if some a little bit of good ideas where financial support is needed, that can also be done. Because I feel if whatever knowledge we have, and I think the kind of knowledge our students have, their ability to think, their ability to do things is tremendous. And if they're able to get ideas and work on it, then we should waste no time in actually scaling it up and making it into a product or something which really helps the farmers. So I think the field is immense. India is a country where in no other country do we have 46% of our people depending on agriculture. Plays a huge role, affects everybody in the country, and a small innovation here which can be scaled up, you can just imagine the powerful impact it will have in terms of increasing incomes, income of getting more value, decreasing losses, and building up the nation. Besides, like I said, fundamentally it's helping in the education in terms of children relating it to the field, learning better, and using what they learned in a manner which helps other people. So I think it's a wonderful opportunity. It's a work very well started. There's a long road ahead, and I'm very excited about this. And let's work together and take it to wherever it goes, and help our children in the process learn better and solve problems of people in the agriculture sector through this mechanism. So thank you so much.
With that, may I formally request all the dignitaries to launch the ATL KVK ATMA collaboration initiative
How do we do it?
You press
with the
this.
quick.
Okay. Yeah. I think I pressed. There we go. Right.
We now have a few students from DAV School, Amity School, and Kendra Vidyalaya who will be sharing their experiences with us. These students have been innovating in the Atal Tinkering Labs, but more specifically, some of them have actually come up with agri-based innovation projects and solutions. We had the privilege of seeing some of them yesterday, but there are many, many more across the country. We'll hear some stories and experiences from 2, 3 of our students very briefly. Let me invite students from Amity School to start with.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Devang State. I'm from International School, Saket, and I'm going to be presenting my project Plant Kavach. So essentially, Plant Kavach is a AI-based image detection app, which is essentially acts as a plant doctor. It uses computer vision to be able to identify plant diseases from a pre-trained data set, and it gives quick solutions to the identifiable problems of various different diseases. Now, the important thing that we noted while working on this project is that complex diseases are very tough to identify using just computer vision. So, therefore, what we're working on currently is to be able to partner with various labs across the country and improve our connectivity across the country so that the wait time for a farmer to be able to send a sample to the lab can be done through the app itself, and the wait time can be reduced significantly, while the app can provide sort of like a first aid or a quick solution to mitigate the problem until a proper expert can give his views on it and give a proper solution to the same. So we hope to essentially increase the network of labs across the country. And I take it over to my other fellow peers now.
Very nice.
morning everyone. I'm Anupya and this is my co-founder Monica. And our project, which is now incorporated into a registered company, we aim to address the period poverty in India, which is a problem that affects millions of women. And we've done that through innovating a technically disruptive sanitary pad that's fully biodegradable and highly affordable through utilizing sugarcane bagasse, which is an underutilized agricultural waste in India, and which further lowers our cost of production and allows us to retail at a very low price. Further addressing the menstrual hygiene disposal in open landfills in India, we've experimented and found a way to utilize the hard outer surface area of the sugarcane stem to produce individual seed packets so that we can dispose in an eco-friendly and sustainable way as well. Thank you.
I'll now request Kendra Vidyalaya students to share their experience very briefly.
Good morning everyone, my name is Prakash Manda and I am a student of KVK Vikas. I have been associated with ATL Lab for the last 2 years, and ATL has indeed played a very crucial role in improving my surrounding and making me think beyond my limitations. My project on the greenhouse had given me an opportunity to contribute to my society. My project helps farmers to know their crops more, like when the crops need water or not. The greenhouse actually need a well maintained environment. My project automatically tells the farmer if the greenhouse needs to be open or it needs water. So their crops will grow healthier and they promise a good crop. Thank you.
I'll request DM school students to share their experience.
Good morning everyone. I'm Agam of 12th standard from the university. So talking about my ATL journey, it's been just like a roller coaster ride with a few ups and like a few downs. And I've been associated with the ATL lab since class 6, the year when our school's ATL lab got inaugurated. And it's been almost 6 years now, and so far I've had an amazing journey. We participated in various competitions, won a few of them, and even lost a few of them. But that never stopped us. And we also were in the top teams of ATL Marathon and various other competitions. And moreover, we are also actively working on various projects. And 3 of the projects are even pipeline to be patented in the near future. And me and my teammate Lohitas Rastogi, as I mentioned, we are also working on an agriculture various projects for the farmers. One of them being an active soil monitoring system for the farmers. With the help of AI, it will like monitor the soil and help the farmers to increase the efficiency of their crops. And the other one being a sustainable management system for their crops. And I can't really stress enough on the part of how many things you can learn from the ATL. So over to my.
Thank you so much. Hello everyone, this is Ashmita of class 12th from DAV Vasant Kunj, and it's an absolute honor for me to stand here, to be here in front of you all in this magnificent hall and present my ATL views in front of you. Basically, I joined ATL in 8th standard with a 3D designing inter-school competition, and it was at that point I realized that your strength doesn't come from winning, but motivation does. It did, and so did I. I was constantly associated with ATL after that, and currently I'm working in a program called STFE, that is Seed the Future Entrepreneurs by Dassault Systems, in which we have the theme as rural ecosystem, and we are developing a digital scarecrow which prevents animal ambush and insecticides and pesticide problem that farmers usually face. Our school ATL was inaugurated when I was in 5th grade. I joined in 8th and still regret not joining 2 years ago. Overall, my past 4 years have been absolutely amazing in ATL. Thank you so much.
Thank you to all the students for sharing the wonderful journey as students. With that, I request Dr. Shailesh Kumar Mishra, Director, Extension Division, DFW, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, to give his vote of thanks.
Good morning, this is Dr. Shailesh Kumar Mishra. Thank you so much, Dr. Deepali. Before going to start my words for vote of thanks, I will request all the respected dignitaries and address gathering to kindly clap for the student who has won 1 crore. Kindly only let me complete. This program is only meant for ATL. I will introduce all of you. The student has been awarded 1 crore rupees. Anupriya, please stand up. He has been awarded 1 crore rupees in the country first time in history. So I think our program will be success. This is the beginning. She is the first student, and I have hope that there are n number of students coming on the way. Thank you so much. Thank you. I would like to thank respected Manoj Ahuja sir, Secretary, Department of Agriculture, Farmer Welfare, respected Dr. Chintan Vaishnav sir, MD Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog, for sharing their insight and expertise with us. I would like to express our sincere gratitude for your presence and guidance in this launch event, sir. Also, I am thanking Dr. Himanshu Pathak, sir, who is not here, but all the time he provides us full support. The program is meant between Niti Aayog, DAFW and ICR. This is collaborative program. So the program will be successful with cooperation from all three components. All the time, as and when I visit Dr. Himanshu Pathak sir, he provides me full support. I want to say DARE is supporting fully to DAFW and ATIO. So thank you so much, sir. Yesterday I visited to him, but due to his very busy schedule, he could not manage this time. I would like to thank my special thank to Dynamic Proactive Joint Secretary Sri Samuel Praveen Kumar sir, Dynamic Deputy Director General Dr. U.S. Gautam sir, and Dynamic Proactive Dr. Deepali Upadhyay, Program Director, Atal Innovation Mission, for their support, contribution to the success of this event. I am also thanking to Dr. Pankaj Yadav sir for your presence in this special program, because you have taken your time to join us. This is a historical moment, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to appreciate our thanks to from here and there, from so many schools. Thanking, I salute you all here, because you are the only ambassador of this program. Also, I want to thanks to Krishi Vigyan Kendras, ATMAs. I used to say Krishi Vigyan Kendras are the Krishi Vigyan Mandir. I never use Krishi Vigyan Kendras. These are the Mandir, because our farmers are benefited directly from them. So I am thanking to them. We need full support from Krishi Vigyan Kendra, so that our ATL program should make history and successful. I am thankful to Dr. Sujit Jha, who has shared his valuable insight story of Krishi Vigyan Kendra during first meeting, and he will share today his thoughts about Krishi Vigyan Kendra, his valuable presence here, and senior officers from Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, officers from AIM team from Niti Aayog for your presence, sir. I am thankful to media people for your presence, because you are the only people who will aware this country about this historical event. Once again, I am thanking one and all for your valuable presence, sharing your thoughts, making this program successful. Thank you so much. Thanks, sir.
I'd like to mention that as a next step, we will be conducting an orientation session for all the KVKs, ATMAs and Atal Tinkering Labs who are part of the pilot program. So I request the remaining guests to stay back as we start the orientation session. This will be followed by lunch.
Deepali, can we take a picture with all the kids? We'll just stay seated and they can stand behind you. And other guests also.
Teachers, please come.
हम लोग एक सीट पंकज को ही पंकज पंकज आप इधर आओ।
पंकज सर